In the grand theatre of the universe, nothing ever truly stands still. From the largest galaxies spinning like colossal whirlpools of stars to the tiniest particles vibrating and rotating in quantum silence, motion is not the exception. It is the rule. If you could freeze time and zoom out to the furthest edges of existence, you would witness a universe swirling in perpetual motion, each object moving in elegant harmony. Planets rotate, stars spin, galaxies twirl, and even the atoms inside your body hum with rotational energy. It is as if the universe is performing a dance, ancient, continuous, and universal. A dance that began long before life, matter, or even time as we know it existed. To truly understand why everything spins, we must travel back to the beginning, to a moment when there was no space, no stars, no galaxies, no sound, only a point of infinite energy and potential. Then, in a fraction of a second, the universe was born in the Big Bang, an explosion not into space but of space. That moment unleashed unimaginable chaos, turbulence, and motion. Matter rushed outward in every direction, and tiny fluctuations, ripples in the early fabric of space, seeded the rotational currents that would one day form galaxies, stars, and worlds. Motion became woven into the very foundation of reality. The universe didn't begin slowly. It began moving, spinning, expanding, and evolving from the first breath of creation. As cosmic clouds of dust and gas drifted through space, gravity began its quiet work. These enormous clouds, stretching light-years wide, slowly collapsed under their own weight. And when anything collapses inward in space, something extraordinary happens. It spins faster. A figure skater pulling their arms inward spins more rapidly. The same physics applied on cosmic scales. These swirling clouds flattened into spinning disks, the birthplaces of stars and planets. In the heart of each spinning disk, gravity ignited nuclear fire and a star was born. Around it, the leftover matter formed planets, moons, comets, all inheriting the original spin of the cosmic cloud that birthed them. Our solar system is not random. It is a product of this swirling, collapsing, spinning cosmic lineage. Yet the story does not stop there. There is a law in physics known as angular momentum, the law that keeps a spinning object spinning unless an outside force slows it down. In the vacuum of space, where friction is nearly non-existent, there is nothing to stop motion. Earth spins today because nothing has yet stopped it. Jupiter spins faster than any planet because its formation trapped enormous momentum. Stars spin, moons tumble, even black holes, the densest objects in the universe, rotate with ferocious speed, dragging space and time around them like a cosmic whirlpool. Spin is not just movement, it is identity. It defines shape, structure, stability, and the very behavior of matter. And just when you think motion ends at the visible world, the universe reveals its deeper secret. Even the building blocks of matter possess spin. Electrons whirl in probabilistic clouds. Protons and neutrons have intrinsic spin that gives rise to magnetic fields. Without this atomic and subatomic spin, chemistry would fail. Atoms would collapse and the universe would be a silent, motionless void. The dance continues at scales far beyond our sight, a choreography performed by the universe, from its largest structures to its smallest particles. So why is everything in the universe spinning? Because motion is baked into reality. Because the universe was born in motion, grew in motion, and continues in motion. The cosmos is not a static sculpture. It is a living performance unfolding across billions of years. You too are a part of this dance. Every atom inside you spins. The Earth beneath your feet rotates at over 1,000 miles per hour. Our solar system races around the galaxy, and our galaxy sails through the expanding universe. From birth to infinity, the cosmos moves, and so do you. We are not observers of this cosmic dance. We are participants, forever carried in the rhythm of creation. Across the vast reaches of space, where silence hangs heavier than time, and light travels for billions of years just to fill the void, a hidden order governs everything. We live in a universe that appears chaotic, exploding stars, drifting worlds, swirling galaxies. Yet beneath the chaos lies a flawless, unbroken rule. A rule that binds the motion of planets to the spin of atoms, the twirl of a distant nebula to the rotation of your own planet as it carries you through day and night. This ancient law is angular momentum, the cosmic commandment that declares, If something begins to spin, it will keep spinning, unless something powerful enough stops it. This is not just a scientific idea. It is one of the universe's oldest truths, older than stars, older than matter itself. It is a law born with the birth of motion, forged in the moment the universe expanded from the silent singularity into a storm of existence. There was no creator's hand forcing planets to rotate, no external push-spinning stars like wheels. Motion simply was, and physics ensured motion would never die. To see this law in action, imagine a lone figure skater gliding across ice, arms open wide, spinning slowly at first. Then, with a graceful pull, they draw their arms close to their body, and instantly they whirl faster, defying intuition, seeming to summon speed from nothing. This is not magic. It is the conservation of angular momentum. When mass moves inward, rotation intensifies. This elegant principle is the same one that turned massive clouds of cosmic dust into spinning solar systems, the same one that spun stars into existence, the same one that keeps Earth rotating, holding on to the ancient momentum it inherited when it first formed in a cradle of cosmic fire. Billions of years ago, long before oceans shimmered or mountains rose on Earth's surface, our planet was nothing more than molten rock swirling inside a rotating disk of gas and dust around a newborn sun. That spinning cloud, a faint whisper of motion in the endless night, carried the seed of Earth's rotation. And once the rotation began, space did not interfere. There is no wind in space, no friction, no invisible hand to slow things down. In space, motion is eternal, and spin is the universe's heartbeat. This is why Earth still rotates today, turning day into night, guiding tides, shaping weather, breathing life into time itself. It spins not because it chooses to, but because nothing has stopped it. And nothing likely will for billions more years. Consider Jupiter, a world so massive it could swallow 2,300 Earths and still have room to spare. Jupiter spins faster than any planet in our solar system, completing a full rotation in under 10 hours. Why? Because the cloud of gas that collapsed to form Jupiter contracted rapidly, and as it shrank, its rotation intensified dramatically. Angular momentum turned a swirling cloud into a spinning giant whose storms have raged for centuries. Look deeper into the cosmos and you find neutron stars, dead suns crushed into spheres the size of cities, spinning hundreds, sometimes thousands of times per second. They flash beams of radiation outward like celestial lighthouses, pulsing rhythmically across the universe. They rotate with such ferocity, not because they are alive, but because physics refuses to let their motion fade. When a massive star collapses, its size shrinks, but its angular momentum must remain, compressing into impossible speeds. And deeper still, beyond stars and worlds, even the smallest building blocks of matter obey this cosmic rhythm. Electrons have intrinsic spin, not like planets physically spinning, but a fundamental property that defines how atoms behave, how matter bonds, how the universe structures itself. Without spin at the quantum scale, there would be no chemistry, no atoms as we know them. No structure, no order, no life. Angular momentum is not simply a rule. It is a cosmic memory. A record of motion written into existence itself. The universe remembers every turn, every rotation, every twist of energy since the dawn of time. From galaxies whirling like colossal hurricanes of stars, to planets humming silently through darkness, to atoms spinning in the space between existence and nothingness, angular momentum is the unseen conductor guiding the cosmic symphony. It is why you experience sunrise and sunset, why seasons change, why worlds remain stable, and why the night sky slowly turns above you. In a universe so vast that we can barely comprehend its scale, where stars explode and galaxies collide and time stretches into eternity, there remains this one simple truth. Once the universe began spinning, it never stopped. And you, without even realizing it, are part of that eternal motion. Every breath you take, every second you live, you are riding a planet spinning through the void, orbiting a spinning star inside a spinning galaxy, made from spinning particles, carried forever by the laws that built reality. We are not spectators of motion. We are born from it, carried by it, defined by it. We live in motion because the universe refuses to stand still. Before stars were born, before planets existed, Before galaxies stretched like brilliant rivers across the darkness, there was chaos. Not chaos in the way we imagine storms or destruction, but a raw primal turbulence. The newborn universe was filled with clouds of gas and dust, drifting without shape or structure, expanding wildly after the Big Bang. Space itself was young, restless and untamed, a swirling sea of particles, energy and heat with no form, no pattern, no direction. It was a universe learning to exist, filled with lightning-fast collisions and random motion, currents of matter flowing like cosmic winds through a vast, empty void. In this ancient turbulence, there was no such thing as stability or design, only pure, magnificent disorder. Yet hidden within this chaos was a subtle, unstoppable force: gravity. Patient, silent, and infinitely persistent, gravity began its eternal work. Like an unseen sculptor working in darkness, gravity pulled tiny particles together, gathering them closer and closer. At first the pull was gentle, a whisper across time. But as particles accumulated, their combined gravity strengthened, drawing in more material, forming dense pockets within the cosmic storm. Everywhere in the universe, gravity tugged on matter, not violently but steadily, relentlessly. And in this simple act of gathering, the universe took its first step from chaos toward structure, from randomness toward creation. But as these immense clouds of gas collapsed inward, something extraordinary emerged: spin. Just as a skater spins faster when they pull their arms inward, these cosmic clouds began to rotate faster as they shrank. What was once chaotic turbulence transformed into organized motion. Slowly, the swirling madness flattened into spinning disks, vast cosmic whirlpools stretching across light years. In their centers, gravity squeezed matter so tightly that nuclear fire ignited. The universe's first stars were born, blazing in the dark like cosmic lanterns. Around them, the remaining material kept spinning, forming rings, spirals, and eventually planets and moons. The universe had begun as chaos, but through gravity and rotation, it evolved into elegant cosmic architecture. This transformation is not just a scientific process, it is a story written in stardust and time, a story of how disorder can create beauty when guided by natural laws. The swirling chaos did not fade, it evolved, refined by physics into balance, harmony, structure. From wild, tumbling gas came galaxies, with arms swirling like grand celestial dancers. From turbulent dust fields came solar systems, ordered, patterned, orbiting in perfect celestial rhythm around stars that once were nothing but fire trapped in gravity's embrace. What we see today, planets rising, galaxies spinning, worlds stable enough for life, is not the result of calm beginnings. It is the triumph born from cosmic struggle, from the universe wrestling chaos into form. Even now, billions of years later, the universe continues this dance of order and chaos. Stars explode, scattering matter back into the void. Clouds collapse once again, spinning, reshaping, birthing new stars, new planets, new possibilities. The cycle never ends. Every atom in your body, every particle that makes you who you are, was once part of that ancient chaos, pulled into being by the same forces that shaped galaxies. You are the result of the universe organizing itself, a product of cosmic evolution, carved from disorder, guided by natural law. The story of the universe is not one of calm creation, but of transformation. From chaos came rotation, from rotation came structure, from structure came worlds, and from those worlds life. You are living proof that from the wildest beginnings, order can emerge, beauty can rise, and existence itself can bloom. The universe did not settle, it evolved. And in that evolution, it taught us a quiet truth. Out of chaos, greatness is born. Out of motion, order arises. And from the swirling forge of cosmic storms, reality takes shape. You do not live in a random universe. You live in one sculpted by time, shaped by gravity, refined by motion, a universe that learned to turn chaos into creation. Before Earth spun beneath our feet, before Mars held ancient whispers of water, before Saturn wore rings like the jewelry of a cosmic monarch, there was only dust, gas and gravity waiting patiently in the silent darkness. Planets do not appear suddenly or peacefully. They are born from violence, pressure, and unimaginable heat. They begin as drifting grains of dust inside massive spinning disks of gas, swirling around newborn stars like cosmic rivers in orbit. These disks are turbulent, full of collisions, currents, shockwaves, and magnetic storms. Yet from this chaos, nature begins its quiet work, performing a slow and relentless miracle. Tiny particles brush past one another, stick together, and grow. What begins smaller than a grain of sand becomes a pebble. Pebbles collide and become stones. Stones combine into mountains of rock drifting through space. Slowly, centimeter by centimeter, kilometer by kilometer, matter gathers into world seeds called planetesimals, the first building blocks of planets. There is nothing gentle about their growth. They crash into one another at speeds that would annihilate anything we know, shattering and reforming constantly. Yet each collision is a step forward, each impact forging something new. Gravity pulls these fragments ever closer, feeding their hunger to become more than fragments, to become worlds. As a planetesimal grows, its gravity increases, pulling in more and more material, rock, metal, ice, dust, anything it can capture. Heat rises within these young worlds, not from sunlight but from the violent energy of impact and compression. They become molten spheres of glowing rock and vapor, oceans of magma swirling across their surfaces, skies of toxic gas and steaming minerals. In these fiery beginnings, planets are not the calm, beautiful worlds we know, but raw, molten embryos churning in the dark womb of space. They glow like newborn stars, drowning in ash and flame, shaped not by peace but by fire, gravity, and motion. As millions of years pass, the chaos slowly stabilizes. The heaviest elements sink to the core, forming metallic hearts that generate magnetic shields. Lighter materials rise to the surface, forming crusts that will one day become continents and oceans. Atmospheres form, not clear and breathable but thick, violent, storm-filled blankets of gas. Volcanoes erupt endlessly, reshaping young surfaces. Massive impacts continue, some destructive, some creative. A collision so violent it tore a giant chunk of Earth away, gave birth to our moon. Out of devastation came our companion in the night sky, a silent guardian pulling our tides, stabilizing our seasons, shaping the rhythm of life itself. And still, the young planet spins, because nothing can stop the ancient momentum it inherited from the swirling cloud it formed in. The rotation becomes its heartbeat, setting day and night into motion, stirring winds and oceans, mixing heat and cold, shaping climate and destiny. Only when the surface cools can rain fall, oceans form and life take root. Over billions of years, a once molten sphere becomes home to mountains, seas, clouds, forests, and eventually to us. But every living thing on Earth is a reminder of where it started. A grain of dust circling a newborn star, carried by gravity, forged by collision, sculpted by cosmic force and time. Every planet in the universe shares this story, from blazing gas giants larger than stars once imagined, to rocky worlds hiding beneath frozen crusts, to ocean planets where waves tower higher than mountains. They were all born through the same sacred process, from dust to pebbles, from pebbles to worlds. And whether they now cradle life or drift silent and cold, each planet is a monument to the universe's patience, power, and creativity. Planets are not accidents. They are not random stones floating in space. They are the children of starlight, sculpted by gravity, born from cosmic storms, carrying within them the ancient motion of the universe. And we, humans, creatures of flesh and thought, are simply the latest expression of that journey. We are not strangers to the universe. We are its continuation, made from the atoms of stars and grown on a world forged in fire and shaped by time. When you stand on Earth and feel the ground beneath you, remember, once this world was dust. Once it was molten fire. Once it was chaos, and yet it became home. This is the power of cosmic creation, to take chaos and forge worlds, to take worlds and nurture life, to take life and awaken consciousness. Planets are proof that the universe does not simply exist. It builds, it evolves, it becomes, and through us, it remembers. Long before humans looked up and dared to imagine constellations, long before telescopes revealed the glittering depths of space, galaxies were already spinning. Immense, majestic storms of stars swirling in the silence between eternity and infinity. To witness a galaxy is to witness a cosmic hurricane unlike anything on Earth. These titanic structures stretch across hundreds of thousands of light years, filled with hundreds of billions of stars. Yet they move with a grace that seems almost impossible for something so vast. Each galaxy rotates slowly but relentlessly, like a colossal wheel forged from starlight, dust, gravity, and time. And in this rotation lies one of the greatest mysteries in the universe, a mystery that took humanity centuries to even begin to understand. At first glance, galaxies appear serene, almost peaceful, islands of light suspended in darkness. But behind that calm illusion lies chaos and motion, on a scale so enormous it defies imagination. Stars race around the galactic center at astonishing speeds. Clouds of gas stretch like glowing ribbons, torn and sculpted by gravity. Whole solar systems drift like leaves on a cosmic river. Each galaxy is a storm, not of wind or water, but of gravity. An ocean of matter swirling through space, held together by its own invisible force. But there is more here than just stars and dust. Galaxies do not spin fast because they are heavy. They spin fast because something unseen grips them with invisible power, something mysterious and dominant: dark matter. Scientists discovered that galaxies rotate far faster than their visible mass should allow. If only the matter we see existed, galaxies would rip themselves apart. Their outer stars would fling into the void, like sparks tossed from a fire. Yet they do not. They remain bound, held in place by a hidden halo of mass we cannot see, touch, or measure directly. This unseen force, dark matter, surrounds every galaxy like a ghostly sphere, deeper than thought, stronger than light, woven into the very skeleton of the cosmos. Without it, galaxies would unravel. With it, they spin like colossal cosmic gyroscopes, stable and powerful, whirling for billions of years through the darkness of intergalactic space. At the heart of almost every galaxy lies a monster, a supermassive black hole, millions or even billions of times more massive than our Sun. But instead of destroying the galaxy, this black hole anchors it, shaping the dance of stars around it. Space curves around this gravitational heart, and the entire galaxy responds, rotating in a grand cosmic ballet. Some black holes grow frenzied, devouring gas and stars, erupting with jets of energy that pierce across thousands of light years, igniting the darkness with streams of radiation brighter than entire galaxies. Others rest in silence like sleeping titans, their presence felt but never seen. They sit at the center of the storm, not as destroyers but as anchors, stabilizing the swirling chaos around them. Galaxies collide too. They crash into each other silently, passing through one another like ghostly oceans where stars rarely touch, yet gravity reshapes everything. Spiral arms stretch and warp. Star formation explodes in brilliant waves. Cosmic dust ignites new suns, and in time two galaxies merge, becoming one, larger, grander, still spinning. Even destruction becomes creation at this scale. The universe does not break. It transforms. What looks like violence is simply the next step in cosmic evolution, and here we are, a single species, living on one tiny world, orbiting a modest star, tucked near the edge of a spiral arm, inside a galaxy called the Milky Way, one storm among trillions. Yet the same laws that choreograph the spinning of galaxies shape the atoms in your body. The same gravity that guides stars guides the blood in your veins. The spin of a galaxy echoes in the spin of electrons. You are not separate from this cosmic storm. You are born from it, made of it, living inside it. When you look at the night sky, you are not simply looking outward. You are looking backward in time into the engines that forged your atoms, the furnaces that birthed the oxygen you breathe and the carbon in your bones. Galaxies spin not only because gravity commands them to, but because motion was born with the universe, because stillness was never an option, because the cosmos itself refuses to be idle. Everything moves. Everything transforms. Everything participates in the ancient dance that began when time itself opened its eyes. We live inside a storm so vast we cannot feel its winds, yet its motion defines us. We are children of a galaxy in motion, passengers on a spinning world, made of spinning particles drifting through the eternal swirl of creation. To understand galaxies is to understand ourselves, not as observers of the universe, but as expressions of it. We are not outside the cosmic storm. We are pieces of it, living, thinking fragments of a universe that spins to know itself, long before galaxies formed, before stars ignited or planets cooled, before space stretched wide enough to breathe. The universe was born in fire, a moment of pure energy and expansion. In that first heartbeat of existence, motion was not a choice. it was a consequence. Energy condensed into matter, matter into particles, and those particles began to spin, not because something forced them to, but because motion was woven into the universe from its very first spark. To understand why planets turn and galaxies whirl, we must go deeper, not outward into the stars, but inward into the smallest building blocks of reality. Inside every atom in your body, inside every grain of sand and every drop of water, there is a dance of motion so ancient and eternal that it has never once stopped since the universe began. An atom is not a still object. It is a miniature solar system of its own, a nucleus at the center, surrounded by electrons that never rest. But unlike planets, electrons don't orbit in tidy circles. They exist in clouds, probability waves, shimmering shapes of pure possibility. And yet they spin, not spinning like a basketball turning on a finger, but a quantum spin, something stranger, deeper, more fundamental. It is a kind of intrinsic rotation that defines what an electron is. If it did not spin, it would not exist as the particle we know. This spin gives atoms their magnetic force, their structure, their identity. Without it, chemistry would collapse, matter would fail, and everything you see, from mountains to stars to your own beating heart, would dissolve into silence. Inside the nucleus, protons and neutrons spin as well, and even they are not the smallest dancers in this cosmic rhythm. Inside protons swirl tinier particles called quarks, held together by the strongest force in the universe. They spin and vibrate with an almost violent energy, as if the universe itself is unable to ever be still. Even empty space, the vacuum we imagine as calm, silent nothingness, teems with energy and quantum frenzy. Particles blink into existence, dance for a moment, then vanish back into the dark. Stillness does not exist. Silence does not exist. On the smallest scales, reality hums with motion like a cosmic heartbeat that never sleeps. And here lies a profound truth. The spin of atoms is not separate from the spin of galaxies. It is the same law, the same cosmic logic, echoing across scales so vast our minds struggle to comprehend it. The universe never stops moving, not in the colossal arms of a spiral galaxy, and not in the tiniest subatomic core. Rotation is not an accident. It is a signature, a hidden language written into the architecture of existence. Just as galaxies are held together by dark matter, atoms are held by quantum forces that bind the universe from the inside out. Everything spins because at every level, nature chose motion over stillness, becoming over being, transformation over stagnation. And now consider this, the atoms in your bones. Your blood, your thoughts, they are ancient. Some were forged in the heart of exploding stars before Earth existed. Others were born in that first primordial flash of creation. Every atom in you has been spinning for billions of years, traveling through the universe, passing through stars and nebulae, through oceans and living creatures, until finally becoming part of you. You are not simply made of matter. You are made of motion, of ancient spinning particles that carry the memory of the universe's first moment. The spin inside you is the same spin that shapes galaxies. You are not an observer of the cosmic dance. You are a participant in it. To touch your chest and feel your heartbeat is to feel the rhythm of atoms, the steady pulse of ancient motion. To breathe is to exchange spinning particles with the world around you. Every thought you have is powered by electrons moving, spinning through your brain. The universe does not merely spin out there. The universe spins within you. You are a living constellation of atoms, each one a tiny cosmos, each one turning with the same ancient force that sets worlds of stars and galaxies in motion. So when you look up at a night sky and see the silent whirl of the heavens, remember this. The universe is not spinning around you. It is spinning through you. You are not separate from cosmic motion. You are made of it. Look up at the night sky, truly look, and you will see thousands of stars scattered like glowing grains of dust across an infinite black ocean. To us they seem calm, peaceful, like silent lanterns watching over a sleeping universe. But this is only an illusion. Every star you see, and the trillions you do not, is moving, burning, roaring with unimaginable power. They whirl through space like cosmic engines of fury and beauty. Each one spins, not lazily, not gently, but with a momentum inherited from the universe's very first breath. When a star is born, it begins as something humble, a quiet cold cloud of dust and gas drifting alone in the dark. For millions of years it floats, waiting, gathering strength without knowing it. Then gravity awakens, slow at first, then unstoppable. The cloud collapses inward, tightening, spiraling, accelerating like a cosmic storm learning how to breathe. And as it shrinks, it spins faster and faster, because the universe never wastes motion. Angular momentum is conserved, and what collapses inward must rotate. What begins as a whisper of movement becomes a whirl of creation. The core grows hotter, denser, more furious, until suddenly, in one blinding instant, nuclear fire ignites. A star is born, and it does not simply shine. It burns, it rages, it spins like a celestial heart, pumping heat and light into the emptiness around it. Jets of plasma arc out from its surface. Magnetic storms twist and snap. Rivers of fire flow across its surface at speeds no human eye could ever imagine. This is not calm light. It is violent, majestic energy sculpting space and time. The star's spin heats its atmosphere, shapes its magnetic field, drives solar winds that travel millions of miles. Planets form from the debris around this spinning furnace, dust and rock swirling into worlds under the leadership of a sun that never stands. Still, young stars spin far faster than our sun. Some rotate in ours, colossal spheres of fire, turning so quickly they bulge at the equator, stretched by their own momentum. Their magnetic fields thrash like cosmic storms, ejecting flares that could swallow planets whole. They burn fast, live short, and die violently. Supernovas that rip open the sky and scatter the seeds of future worlds. Their spin determines their fate. A slow spinning star may fade gently, sinking into old age like a quiet monarch retiring from a grand throne. A rapidly spinning one dies in chaos, its rotation helping twist space itself as it collapses, forming neutron stars that spin hundreds of times per second, or black holes whose rotation drags time like a whirlpool in the fabric of existence. Think of that, a black hole that spins. Its rotation is so powerful that space curves around it in spirals, reality bends, time warps, and light itself cannot break free. The universe is not content with simple rotation. It pushes spin to cosmic extremes. Everything that spins in space, from galaxies to atoms, does so because in the beginning motion was born, and motion refused to die. And here is a truth our ancestors never imagined. The sun you wake up to, the star that warms your skin and lights your day, is not simply shining, it is turning. It rotates once every 27 days, slowly but steadily, like a giant clock counting cosmic time. Its rotation drives the solar wind that dances with Earth's magnetic field, painting the sky with auroras. The sun's spin shapes the days we live and the centuries that pass. Without it, Earth might not have seasons. Without it, the balance of our world would collapse. More than that, your life, your breath, the cells in your body exist because stars spin. The heavy elements that form you, carbon, iron, oxygen, were forged in spinning stars that lived and died long before the sun ever existed. You are built from the ashes of stars that rotated, exploded, and gave their material back to the universe. Their spin created the conditions for life itself. Without the spin of ancient suns, you would not be here reading these words. So remember, the stars are not silent. They are not passive. They are not simply glowing ornaments hung in the void. They are roaring furnaces of motion. They are cosmic wheels of fire. They are the engines of creation, and you, made of atoms born in their hearts, carry the memory of that spinning fire inside you. The universe spins in stars, in galaxies, in atoms, and in you. Existence never rests, and neither truly do you. Before Earth existed, before oceans shimmered or mountains rose, the space where our solar system would one day form was simply a vast, quiet cloud of dust and gas drifting in the Milky Way. Darkness, stillness, silence. But silence never lasts in the universe, not where gravity breathes. Because even in that ancient cloud, motion was already present. The cloud was not perfectly still. Nothing in the cosmos ever truly is. It rotated faintly, slowly, like the first inhalation before a great storm. And in that subtle motion existed the destiny of worlds, because the universe remembers movement and never lets it go. That cloud began to collapse under gravity, pulled inward like a dream, tightening into reality. And when matter falls inward, it must spin faster, not by choice, not by force, but by the unbreakable rule of angular momentum. What collapses spins, what condenses accelerates. The quiet cloud became a swirling disk, a cosmic whirlpool of dust, gas and fire spiraling around a forming star. This spinning disk was the cradle of planets, the birthplace of everything we know: Earth, Mars, Jupiter, all future oceans and volcanoes, all forests and rivers, all life yet to be imagined. The sun ignited at the center of this disk, blazing into existence with fierce nuclear power, and everything around it continued to spin. Planets did not form gently. They were born from collisions, violent, merciless impacts where rocks the size of mountains slammed together, melted, merged, and shattered again and again. In that chaos, in that rage, the early Earth took shape. And because the disk around the sun was spinning, Earth inherited that rotation like a child inherits the heartbeat of its parent. It began to spin, slowly at first, then faster, until the newborn world turned once every few hours. That rotation flattened the Earth slightly at the poles and bulged it at the equator. It stirred molten oceans of rock, shaping magnetic fields, guiding the first winds. Even before water touched the surface, Earth was already dancing to the cosmic rhythm. But Earth was not alone in this inheritance. Jupiter spins so fast that one day lasts only 10 hours. Saturn, wrapped in rings of ice and shadow, rotates in just over 10 hours as well. Even tiny Mercury, even distant Neptune, even barren Mars, all of them spin because they were forged inside a spinning system. They did not choose motion. They were born into it. The sun's rotation created a whirlpool, and the planets are frozen eddies of that ancient swirl, each one carrying a fragment of the sun's original momentum through the ages. And then fate intervened again. A planetary-sized object struck the young Earth, a blow so powerful it nearly destroyed the world. Debris exploded into space. Molten rock turned to ash and vapor, and from that cosmic wreckage the moon was born. But instead of ending Earth's spin, the collision reshaped it. The Earth slowed slightly, yes, but the moon locked its rotation, stabilizing Earth's tilt like a celestial guardian. Without the moon, our rotation would wobble wildly, seasons would warp, climates would fail. Life might never have found balance. The moon does not only orbit Earth, it protects Earth's spin, like a silent companion ensuring the world never loses its rhythm. And still, billions of years later, the Earth spins on. Day into night, night into day, a rotation so steady, so constant, that you rarely even think about it. The rising sun, the rhythm of seasons, the tides that feed oceans and life, all exist because our planet kept the spin it inherited at birth. Every second of every day, we are carried through space at over 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator, faster than any jet, faster than sound, yet we feel nothing, because rotation is not an event. It is the background law of existence itself. Think about that. You are moving right now. You have never been still. From the moment Earth was born, from the moment atoms formed, motion has been your silent companion, and there is a deeper poetry here. Planets spin because stars spin. Stars spin because galaxies spin. Galaxies spin because the universe itself was born spinning. Rotation is an inheritance passed down through cosmic generations, from the universe to galaxies, from galaxies to stars, from stars to worlds, from worlds to life. You are not standing still on Earth. You are riding a spinning miracle born from fire and chaos, carried forward by a law older than time. Everything spins because existence refuses stagnation. Creation demands motion. The universe does not simply exist. It turns, it cycles, it evolves, it becomes. And you, a thinking being made from stardust and motion, are part of that eternal movement. Every heartbeat, every breath, every thought, all happen inside a spinning world that never stops becoming something more. Planets spin because stars spin. Stars spin because galaxies spin. Galaxies spin because the universe was born in motion. And because of that ancient momentum, life exists. And you exist. Before there were galaxies, before there were stars, before a single atom found its place in the newborn universe, there existed a force. Not a force that pushes or pulls, but a law, a rule written into the fabric of reality itself. We call it angular momentum, but the universe knows it simply as memory. It is the memory of motion. The universe does not forget movement. It preserves it, protects it, carries it forward through every explosion and collapse, every birth and death of a star, every moment of cosmic evolution. Angular momentum is the universe's promise that once motion begins, it will not vanish. It may stretch, it may transform, but it will endure. And because of this law, nothing in the cosmos ever truly becomes still. In the earliest infancy of existence, the universe was a swirling sea of energy and plasma, expanding rapidly, rotating in ways we still struggle to imagine. That ancient turning was baked into the particles themselves, imprinted into nature like a sacred seal. And as those particles clumped together, gravity sculpted them into stars, planets, moons, galaxies, each one inheriting that primordial spin. A star is born spinning because the cloud it formed from was spinning. A planet rotates because the material that forged it rotated. A galaxy spirals not because something twisted it, but because the universe began in motion and has never stopped. Angular momentum was there first, a silent rule guiding the formation of everything that would ever exist. The brilliance of this law is that it does not discriminate between the small and the vast. The same principle that governs the spin of a ballerina twirling on a stage also governs the rotation of Jupiter's storms, the orbit of the moon, and the spin of a black hole devouring starlight. When a dancer pulls her arms in, she spins faster. When a collapsing cloud of gas in space shrinks under gravity, it spins faster too, so fast it births a star. When matter falls toward a hungry black hole, it spirals, whirling into an accretion disk so hot it glows brighter than entire galaxies. The universe plays one rhythm on every scale, from the delicate pirouette of a figure skater to the roaring maelstrom around a supermassive beast of gravity. It is one rule echoed across infinity. And here is the astonishing truth. If angular momentum did not exist, you would not exist. Without it, the collapsing cloud that became our sun would not have spun into a disk. Planets would not have formed. Earth would be nothing more than scattered dust drifting in darkness. There would be no seasons, no tides, no day and night, no gentle rotation that warms our world and stirs its atmosphere. The rhythm of life, the cycles of nature, every breath you take under a spinning sky, all are gifts from a law that has held firm since time began. Angular momentum is not just physics. It is the quiet engine of creation. But this law also whispers something deeper, something profoundly human. It tells us that motion has meaning, that once a journey begins, it is not easily stopped. Every step you take, every dream you chase, every struggle you push through adds momentum to your life. And like the galaxies above you, once you begin moving with purpose, the universe carries that motion forward. Effort compounds, progress accelerates, and small beginnings become unstoppable trajectories. The cosmos does not reward stillness. It rewards motion. It rewards persistence. The universe itself grew from chaos into structure because it kept moving. And so do you. So when you look into the night sky and see the quiet turning of a galaxy millions of light years away, know this: you are witnessing the universe honoring its oldest promise, a promise that movement endures, a promise that nothing spins without reason, a promise that beginnings matter. We are children of momentum, atoms spinning, planets spinning, hearts beating in rhythm with a universe that refuses to stop. Angular momentum isn't just a law of physics. It is the universe's oath, that once life begins to move, it must never surrender to stillness. Every star you see in the sky, every distant sun burning across the endless night is not still. It spins. Some turn slowly like ancient kings rotating on thrones of fire. Others whirl with a fury so intense they could tear apart anything that dared come closer. These celestial giants are not gentle lanterns hung in silence. They are cosmic dynamos, blazing furnaces whirling with unimaginable power. A star's glow is not peaceful. It is the roar of nuclear fire held together by gravity, spinning like a cosmic heart that refuses to stop beating. And like all things in the universe, that rotation is not random. It is inherited, earned, born from the swirling chaos that birthed the star itself. A star begins as a cloud, cold, dark, drifting through the galaxy like a forgotten dream. But gravity awakens it. Matter pulls inward, collapsing, compressing, heating, and as it shrinks, it spins faster, like an ice skater pulling her arms in, gathering speed as she tightens her motion. What begins as a whisper of movement becomes a cosmic cyclone, twisting and accelerating until pressure and temperature ignite nuclear fusion. In that moment, the moment a star is born, light floods the universe. Radiation screams outward, winds of charged particles blast across space. A new sun awakens, spinning with the ancient memory of the universe's motion, And from that spinning fire, worlds will form. Life will find a cradle. Light will have a source. The faster a star spins, the more violent its nature. Young stars often rotate dozens or even hundreds of times faster than our sun. Their magnetic fields twist and snap, launching arcs of plasma larger than planets. Stellar flares erupt like solar volcanoes, ripping energy into space. These stars live like warriors in constant battle, burning brighter, living shorter, dying more spectacularly. Some stars spin so rapidly they bulge outward, stretched by their own motion into cosmic ovals of fire. Others slow over eons, aging like ancient gods whose strength gradually settles into solemn power. But even in old age they do not stop. Stillness does not belong to stars, and at the ends of their lives the spin becomes destiny. A star that collapses into a neutron star does not simply shrink. It concentrates its spin into a body only a few kilometers wide. Imagine something larger than the sun compressed into the size of a city, spinning hundreds of times per second, so fast that space itself trembles around it. These are pulsars, lighthouses of the universe, sending beams of radiation like cosmic clocks marking eternity with every rotation. And even more extreme, the collapse of a star into a black hole twists space-time so violently that the very fabric of reality spins with it. Gravity itself is dragged in circles. Time is bent into a whirlpool. Rotation becomes so powerful that nothing, not even light, can escape its grip. Stars spin not because they are forced to, but because motion is the language of existence. Their rotation fuels their magnetic fields, shapes their winds, dictates their fates. The sun's gentle spin sends streams of particles to Earth, stirring our atmosphere, guiding auroras across polar skies, touching every life form indirectly with the faintest breath of stellar motion. Without that spin, our world would be colder, darker, lifeless. The rhythm of our star is the rhythm of life. It is not just a ball of burning gas. It is a rotating engine that sustains oceans, forests, seasons, and the beating of every heart on Earth. You are warmed by a spinning star. You wake each morning because a rotating sun marks time. You live in the light of cosmic motion. The same rule that spins galaxies and atoms spins the star that gives you life. And when you look up at the night, remember this: those tiny points of light, those distant suns, those shimmering stars, they are not quiet. They are not still. They are living furnaces turning in the dark, guardians of planets, architects of life, engines of creation. And their spin is a reminder that everything, everywhere is in motion, always becoming, always changing, always carrying forward the ancient momentum that began when the universe first opened its eyes. Stars do not rest, and neither does existence. When you look at the moon, you see a companion, silent, faithful, hanging in the sky like a silver guardian watching over Earth. But what you see is only half the truth. The moon is not simply a glowing ornament. It is a cosmic dancer, locked in a gravitational embrace with our world, bound by forces older than life itself. Once the moon spun freely, turning on its axis like Earth does. It had nights and days, horizons and shifting skies. But over billions of years, something extraordinary happened. A slow, relentless gravitational grip took hold. Earth seized the moon's rotation and shaped its fate forever. In the early ages of the solar system, the moon spun quickly. Its newborn surface glowed with molten scars, its skies choked with vapor and dust. Earth pulled on it with an invisible hand, gravity. And as the moon spun, Earth tugged unevenly on its bulging surface, draining energy from its spin like a grand cosmic break. Slowly, ever so slowly, the moon's rotation slowed, until one day it matched Earth's gravitational rhythm perfectly. It turned just fast enough to keep the same face toward us forever. This phenomenon is tidal locking, a ballet of gravity, rotation, and time so powerful it can sculpt the destiny of worlds. The moon is not still. It does rotate, once per orbit, but in perfect harmony with Earth. It turns just enough that we never see its far side. A perpetual embrace. A cosmic vow sealed by gravity. One world forever watching another. And yet, the story does not end there, because moons do more than hang in space. They shape worlds. Our moon stabilizes Earth's tilt, keeping our seasons gentle, allowing climate patterns to settle into rhythms where life can take root. Without that stabilizing hand, Earth might tumble chaotically, flipping poles, freezing seas, and scorching continents in erratic cycles. Life as we know it might never have flourished. The moon protects us quietly, faithfully, like a silent shield against cosmic chaos. Moons create tides, oceans breathing in and out, shaping coastlines, stirring nutrients in the water, guiding early life as it crawled from the sea to the land. Without tides, Earth might have remained a world of simple organisms drifting in still oceans, but tides forced life to adapt, evolve, struggle, reach. Every crashing wave, every rising tide, every rhythm of the sea, echoes of gravitational dance between Earth and Moon. Even now the Moon pulls on you. Your blood, your bones, your heartbeat, tiny motions stirred by a distant sphere. You are connected to it in ways you cannot feel, but science knows. We are not separate from the Moon. We are shaped by it. And, beyond Earth, the universe is full of moons. More than planets, more than stars in some regions. Worlds orbiting worlds, each engaged in their own gravitational partnership. Jupiter's moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto in worlds, bursting with volcanism, hidden oceans, icy shells, alien storms. Io shakes under Jupiter's pull, molten rock erupting in constant volcanic storms. A world torn open by tidal forces. Europa's frozen crust hides an ocean deeper than Earth's, warmed by gravitational kneading, the slow, grinding churn of tides beneath ice. Saturn's Titan has lakes of liquid methane, clouds of golden haze, weather systems sculpted by rotation and gravity. Some moons even spin backward, some are torn apart into rings, some break free and drift like nomads, carrying stories of worlds left behind. Moons are not passive bodies. They are world makers, tide makers, life shapers, sculptors of destiny through the tug of gravity and the whisper of rotation. They spin, they lock, they wobble, they migrate. Some are synchronized like lovers dancing in perfect timing. Some rebel, spinning independently. Some spiral slowly away into the darkness, like our moon, drifting 3.8 centimeters farther each year, a cosmic farewell written in slow motion. The moon is not simply an object in the sky, it is the Earth's memory, Earth's mirror, Earth's anchor, and we are children of their partnership. Our tides, our seasons, our evolution, our myths, all born from this gravitational dance. Consider this truth. Every world that spins seeks balance. Every moon that orbits whispers stability. And in that partnership, planet and moon, gravity and rotation, life was given a chance to rise, breathe, dream, and eventually look up and ask, why does everything spin? Because motion is the heartbeat of creation. Because balance requires rotation. Because the universe is a dance and moons are the dancers closest to our hearts. We live not on a lone world, but in a two-body symphony, a cosmic duet that has shaped oceans, guided evolution, lit our nights, and marked our time. The moon spins, the earth spins, the dance continues, and so do we. Look up at the night sky. There it is. The moon. Soft, silent, glowing. A familiar face we've known since the dawn of our species. Ancient humans worshipped it, poets wrote about it. Lovers whispered under it and explorers dreamed of reaching it. We call it beautiful, but we rarely call it what it truly is. A gravitational survivor, a cosmic relic of violence, a celestial partner in an eternal dance of motion and balance. A world that spins, that pulls, that shapes our destiny in ways we're only beginning to understand. Today it seems still, unmoving, frozen in the sky. But that is an illusion, a trick of cosmic mechanics. The moon turns, the moon spins, the moon dances. And in that motion lies the story of worlds, tides, life, and the fate of planets across the universe. Let us go back, not thousands of years, not millions, but 4.5 billion years into the chaos of creation. A young Earth was still molten, wrapped in fire and fury, oceans not yet born, continents not yet imagined. And then, disaster. A planet-sized body the size of Mars and Theia slammed into Earth with unimaginable force. Rock melted, Atmosphere ignited, mountains vaporized, a world nearly died. And yet, out of this destruction, something extraordinary happened. Debris. Molten rock, vaporized iron, shattered crust, launched into orbit. An accretion disk formed around the young Earth, swirling, spinning, coming together. Gravity sculpted chaos into creation. And from that burning ring, the moon was born. From day one, it spun rapidly, like a newborn dancer learning its steps. Its surface was oceans of magma, glowing like a burning ember in the void. But gravity had plans. Over millions of years, Earth's gravitational pull tugged on the moon's bulges. Tiny imperfections, small lumps on its still-forming surface. These tugs slowed the moon's rotation bit by bit, stealing rotational energy and turning it into heat deep inside its core. Imagine that. Earth's gravity reached across space, grabbed the moon's spin, and slowly, relentlessly, locked it in place. Until finally the day came. One rotation, one orbit, perfect synchronization. The same face forever turned toward us. This is tidal locking, not a coincidence, not fate, but the mathematics of motion. And this phenomenon doesn't just happen here, it happens across the universe. Moons around Jupiter, moons around Saturn, moons orbiting alien worlds around distant stars. Rotation and orbit reaching harmony across billions of light years. But why does this matter? Why should we care that our moon spins in cosmic rhythm? Because without that dance, we would not exist. The moon is not simply a floating rock. It is our anchor, a stabilizing guardian that holds our planet steady. Earth doesn't sit upright like a soldier. It tilts 23.5 degrees, and that tilt gives us seasons, climate zones, migrations, the rhythm of weather, the heartbeat of life. Without the moon, Earth would wobble wildly over millions of years, tipping like a spinning top losing energy. Planets without stabilizing moons like Mars tumble, their climates swing violently, ice ages come and go with brutal unpredictability. Such worlds struggle to nurture complex life. But Earth was given a cosmic stabilizer, a steadying hand that kept its climate gentle enough for life to rise from the ocean, spread onto land, evolve lungs, build civilizations, and one day look up and wonder how it all began. And that is not all the moon has done. When tides rise and fall along our shores, when waves crash, when oceans breathe in and out, that is the moon's pull. Tides are the Earth's pulse, and the moon is the heart that drives them. Those tides stirred ancient oceans, mixing nutrients, pushing life to adapt, evolve, explore. Early creatures crawled onto land because they had to survive the rising and falling waters. Without tides, Earth might still be a water world of simple microbes. You and I, every human who has ever lived, are here because the moon pulled life toward land. The moon creates rhythm. It marks time. It sculpts biology. Women's monthly cycles mirror lunar months, not coincidence, but ancient biological memory. Coral reefs spawn by moonlight. Animals migrate guided by its glow. Even human sleep cycles quietly respond to lunar patterns. Every part of life, from ocean tides to cellular rhythms, remembers the moon. But moons don't just shape planets. They live incredible lives of their own. Look beyond Earth. Jupiter's moon Io, torn by gravity, its interior boiling, volcanic plumes shooting hundreds of kilometers into space. A world in permanent agony, yet proof that tidal forces can heat planets, melt rock, drive energy. Europa, an ocean world beneath ice, stirred warm by tidal flexing. Scientists believe alien life may swim there now. Whales of ice, microbes. Glowing in darkness, life born not from sunlight but from gravitational motion. Close your eyes and imagine for a moment that you are not on Earth. Imagine you are drifting far above the planets, far beyond the blue oceans and green lands of our home, floating in the cold and silent void of space. The Earth becomes a marble, the moon a bead next to it, and then both begin to fade into the endless dark. Now you see it, the sun blazing like a cosmic heart, and around it a grand ballet of worlds, each spinning, each orbiting, each following ancient paths carved by gravity at the birth of time. Our solar system is not a collection of lonely planets. It is a family bound by motion, born together, spinning together, evolving together. Every world that circles the sun carries scars of its birth, memories frozen in craters and storms, each still moving to the same rhythm that began billions of years ago. At the center burns the sun, a furnace more powerful than every volcano, every nuclear bomb, every lightning bolt humanity has ever imagined, combined 1 trillion times over. The sun spins slowly, majestically, dragging space-time and magnetic fields with it like a giant cosmic engine. Its rotation fuels storms larger than Earth, flares that could swallow planets, and winds that push across billions of kilometers. This star does not merely glow. It turns, pulses, breathes, and in its breathing the planets find their paths. Around this cosmic furnace, planets race in unending motion. Mercury, closest to the sun, spins slowly, scorched by heat on one side while darkness freezes the other. Venus rotates backwards, a mysterious rebellion in the cosmic dance, perhaps a memory of a colossal impact long ago. Earth spins steadily, carrying oceans, life, dreams, and civilizations on its turning surface like a cosmic cradle. Mars, once rich with rivers and atmosphere, now spins in silence, dust storms crawling across rusty plains. Then the giants. Jupiter, rotating so fast its days are less than 10 hours long, generating magnetic fields so powerful they could melt logic itself. Saturn, with rings spinning like ancient vinyl records around a golden globe. Uranus, tipped on its side, rolling through space as if knocked by a forgotten blow. Neptune, wind-lashed and blue, spinning beneath storms larger than Earth's entire surface, and beyond them, a ghostly frontier of icy bodies, dwarf planets, comets, and ancient relics drifting in slow frozen arcs around the sun. Pluto spins quietly, distant and small, but still locked into the rhythm that binds all planets to the sun's gravitational will. Millions of asteroids spin like jagged stones. Comets tumble and roll as sunlight boils their icy skin into glowing tails. And dust itself, microscopic grains left from star explosions, rotates and spirals in the gravity of our system. This is not chaos. It is not randomness. It is orchestrated motion, guided by the laws of physics so elegant they almost resemble poetry. Everything spins because nothing in the universe is allowed to remain still. When the solar system formed from a rotating cloud of gas and dust, every particle inherited motion, and that motion became order. Planets move in near-perfect planes, orbiting like gears in a cosmic machine, kept in place by gravity's quiet hand. Their paths are not simply circles. They are deep grooves carved into the fabric of space and time itself. Even the emptiness between worlds is alive with motion. Invisible solar winds race outward, carrying charged particles that spiral along magnetic fields. Planetary magnetospheres twist and rotate, shielding worlds, shaping radiation belts, dancing with solar storms. Every field, every particle, every grain of dust, spinning, rotating, following the rhythm of creation. And yet, despite all this motion, there is harmony. The solar system is stable not because it is still, but because everything moves in balance. If one planet stopped spinning, if one orbit broke, if gravity lost its grip for even a moment, the harmony would shatter. Planets would crash, moons would wander, life would end. Motion is not just a feature of our solar system, it is its lifeline. Here on Earth we do not feel the spin, but it shapes everything. The sunrise, the passing of days, the tides, the winds, the cycle of seasons, all born from motion. The solar system shares that same truth, but on a scale beyond comprehension, a dance billions of kilometers wide. A choreography older than fossils, older than mountains, older than oceans. Think of it, every second Earth travels 30 kilometers through space. Jupiter hurtles around the sun like a spinning titan. Saturn's rings rotate at different speeds, billions of icy shards whispering around a world of storms. Pluto circles in a slow 248-year journey, never stopping, never resting. Everything in the solar system moves, not once, not occasionally, but forever. And what does this tell us? That motion is survival. That rotation is stability. That the universe rewards balance, not stillness. The solar system is a family born from spin and bound by rotation. It is a symphony without beginning or end, where every planet is a note, every moon a harmony, every orbit a rhythm in a cosmic masterpiece. And we, small, fragile, brief, are part of that music. We ride Earth's spin, we follow Earth's orbit. We breathe because balance exists. So when you look at the sun, or watch the moon rise, or see planets move across the night sky. Remember, you are witnessing ancient momentum, the same motion that shaped worlds and gave life a home. The solar system does not simply exist. It turns, it moves, it breathes, and in its movement, it tells the greatest story ever written. The universe does not stand still. It spins, it flows, it dances. And in that dance, life finds a place to bloom. Earth, the turning cradle. Earth spins gently, giving us days and nights. This rotation drives waves, winds, currents, the pulse of weather, the rhythm of climate. Without spin, our atmosphere would stagnate. The oceans would freeze in places and boil in others. Life would suffocate under stillness. Rotation gives balance, temperature control, energy flow. The world turns not just in space, but in life. Earth is a world of motion, clouds racing across skies, oceans circulating like giant veins, forests breathing in and out with day and night. Rotation is not a detail. It is the heartbeat of stability, and humans feel none of it. We are riding a spinning planet like ants on a rotating jewel, unaware yet completely dependent on the motion beneath our feet. Jupiter, the roaring titan of rotation. Now look at Jupiter. A world so gigantic it could swallow 1/300 Earths inside it, and still have room to spare. A gas giant spinning so fast its day lasts just 9.9 hours. The fastest spinning planet in our entire system. This rapid rotation fuels storms larger than Earth. The Great Red Spot, a hurricane older than our civilization, exists because of spin. Jupiter's rotation stretches its atmosphere into stripes, bands vortices. It tears winds across its surface at thousands of kilometers per hour. Its magnetic field, the strongest in the solar system aside from the Sun, is powered by motion. Without rotation, Jupiter would not be a titan of storms. It would be silent, Saturn. The Lord of Rings Saturn rotates with elegance and power. Its rings, billions of icy particles, spin at slightly different speeds, creating ripples, waves, structures like symphonies carved in ice. Rotation shapes Saturn's beauty. Its equator bulges outward because it spins so quickly. Its rings are not decoration. They are the fossil memory of motion itself. Each ice shard in those rings orbits gracefully, silently, endlessly, like dancers repeating steps choreographed by physics billions of years ago. The tilted rebels, Uranus and Neptune. Uranus spins on its side, a cosmic accident from a colossal impact. Instead of rotating like a top, it rolls like a ball. Yet even that rolling is motion, rhythm, order. Seasons on Uranus last 21. Earth years, each hemisphere plunged into sunlight or darkness for decades. Rotation creates alien climates we can barely comprehend. Neptune spins too, driving winds faster than any on Earth, winds that would shred steel. Motion fuels power. Rotation fuels storms that dwarf hurricanes on Earth. On the edge of the solar system, where light weakens, motion remains king. Moons, asteroids, and comets. The smaller dancers every moon spins. Some are locked, showing one face forever. Others tumble chaotically. Some rotate backward, cursed or blessed by violent histories. Asteroids spin like jagged clocks, some so fast they nearly tear themselves apart. Comets tumble as they race toward the sun, jets of ice exploding from their surfaces and altering their spin in random bursts. Even dust, microscopic grains floating between planets, rotates. If it didn't, sunlight would destroy it. Motion protects. Rotation spreads heat. Spin equals survival. Even the sun turns. The sun, the master of this symphony, spins unevenly. Its equator rotates faster than its poles. This differential spin twists magnetic fields until they snap like cosmic whips, releasing solar flares that travel across space at millions of kilometers per hour. Solar rotation defines the rhythm of space weather. Without it, planets would not be shielded, atmospheres would erode, life would struggle. A system not held in place, but held in motion. Here is the truth few people ever stop to feel. The solar system is not stable because it sits still. It is stable because everything moves perfectly together. Planets pull each other. Jupiter protects Earth by catching comets. Saturn balances Jupiter. Mars whispers gravitational notes to Earth over eons. Even Pluto, small and distant, plays its part in orbital harmony. This is not chaos. It is choreography. Ancient, precise, deadly beautiful. Stillness is death in space. Motion is life. Rotation is order. Orbit is survival. Zoom further out. The Milky Way is not the only spiral in the dark. Billions of galaxies turn, whirl, rotate like cosmic pinwheels. Why? Because when the universe was young, a newborn sea of energy and particles, tiny fluctuations in density caused matter to clump, twist, and spin. Spin emerged because even the birth of the universe contained unevenness. Creation did not begin still. It began in motion, with ripples and turbulence, currents and pressures, flows that stretched across eternity. The universe has never known stillness. It has never paused. And in its unbroken motion, galaxies formed, stars ignited. Planets cooled, oceans filled, life awakened. Look now at the largest known cosmic patterns, cosmic filaments, stretching across unimaginable distances, forming a web of galaxies spanning billions of light years. Even these colossal structures show rotation, whole tendrils of the universe twisting like strands of DNA. Think about that. The universe spins in patterns similar to the patterns inside your cells. Motion repeats in fractal beauty, from quantum spins to galactic spirals. The same cosmic rule shapes atoms and galaxies alike. Rotation gives form, stability, and life. And now, return inward, to yourself. You are not outside this cosmic architecture. You are a product of it. Your body is made of atoms, whose electrons spin eternally. Your DNA coils and twists, a biological spiral echoing galactic arms. The blood in your veins flows in loops. Your heart beats in cycles. Your cells divide in spirals of mitotic dance. Even your thoughts move in electrical cycles across neural circuits. You are not a separate observer of the universe. You are a continuation of its pattern, a conscious ripple within its spinning ocean. If motion stopped, if electrons lost their spin, if planets ceased to turn, if galaxies froze, everything collapses. Gravity would lose its dance partner. Time would lose direction. Matter would unravel. Existence itself would fall apart. Spin is not just movement. Spin is order. Spin is memory. Spin is structure. Spin is life. So why does the universe spin at every scale? Because motion creates possibility. Because without rotation, there is no balance, no formation, no structure. Spin is how energy expresses itself. Spin is how matter holds shape. Spin is how time flows. It is not a feature of reality. It is reality woven into itself. And here you are, a living consciousness existing within this endless cosmic momentum. You are riding the spin of the Earth, the orbit of the Sun, the swirl of the galaxy, the spin of particles inside you, all while thinking, dreaming, questioning. You are a symphony of motion wrapped in skin, a universe learning to observe itself. When you look up at the stars, you are not looking outward. You are looking into the same pattern that built you. Everything spins. Everything flows. Nothing is still. Not the atom, not the star, not the galaxy, not the universe, not even you. You are motion. You are part of the cosmic turning. You are proof that the universe does not simply exist. It dances. In the deepest reaches of the cosmos, where light struggles to exist and time begins to bend, there are objects so mysterious, so powerful, that they defy everything we understand, and yet they obey the oldest law of motion in the universe. They spin. Black holes, cosmic engines forged from collapsed stars, compressed to a point where matter becomes pure gravity, where space stretches and time slows, where the universe reveals its darkest secrets. But these monsters are not silent voids. They whirl, they twist, they rotate with a fury that tears the fabric of reality itself. A spinning black hole is not just a dead star, it is a vortex of space and time. Imagine a whirlpool in an endless ocean, but instead of water spiraling into darkness, it is the universe itself being dragged into a spinning abyss. The faster a black hole spins, the more violent this effect becomes. Space-time is not a stage where objects move. Around a black hole, space and time swirl like liquid caught in a cosmic drain. The boundary around it, the event horizon, becomes an invisible prison, a point of no return where even light, the fastest thing in existence, cannot escape. Why do black holes spin? They are born from stars that once rotated, and when these stars collapse under unimaginable gravity, conservation of momentum demands the spin increases, just as a figure skater spins faster when they pull their arms in. But here this simple law becomes something overwhelming. Their star, millions of kilometers wide, shrinks to the size of a city, and its rotation skyrockets. Some black holes spin at nearly the speed of light. Think about that. A mass millions of times greater than the Sun, rotating at a velocity so extreme that time itself stretches and space twists around it like a ribbon caught in a cyclone. Move closer, not physically, for nothing can survive there, but in imagination. At the edge of the black hole, space-time warps and time dilates. A second here could be hours, days, even centuries outside. A spinning black hole does more than bend time. It drags reality with it. This phenomenon, called frame dragging, is one of the strangest, most awe-inspiring predictions of Einstein's theories. If you dropped a spacecraft nearby, the universe itself would force it to spin, not because of mechanical force, but because space-time flows like a current around the black hole. Gravity does not simply pull here, it twists. Surrounding some black holes is a glowing ring of gas and light, the accretion disk, matter spiraling inward. It does not fall straight. It whirls like water circling a drain, heated to blazing temperatures by friction and gravity. This disk, churning violently, produces jets that shoot from the black hole's poles, streams of radiation and plasma traveling thousands of light years into space, faster than anything we can imagine, powered purely by rotational energy. These jets carve galaxies, stir interstellar gas, ignite new star formation and shape the universe. A spinning black hole is not just a destroyer, it is a creator, a sculptor of cosmic architecture. And then there is the ergosphere, a region outside the event horizon where space itself rotates. Nothing can stay still there. Not even theoretically. If you tried to hover, the rotation of space-time would force you to move, to spin, to surrender to its motion. Inside the ergosphere lies the possibility of extracting energy from a black hole, a concept so wild that scientists compare it to tapping into the engine of creation. Black holes may appear like endings, but in truth they are engines, not dead, but incredibly alive in their motion. These giants sit at the centers of galaxies, including our own Milky Way. They anchor cosmic neighborhoods, orchestrating the motion of billions of stars. Without spinning black holes, the structure of galaxies might crumble. The universe's most massive objects are not monuments. They are rotating gravitational hurricanes, holding galaxies in order. Even here, at the border of reality, spin rules. If a black hole did not rotate, it would collapse into a simpler, colder prison. But rotation gives it dynamism, violence, power. It allows space-time to flow, twist, bend, and form. Spin gives black holes identity, force, purpose. So why do black holes spin? Because the universe grants nothing stillness. Even at the finale of a star's life, motion remains. Even in death, momentum survives. In the deepest silence of space, in the darkest corners where light fears to tread, the universe continues to dance. A black hole, spinning at nearly the speed of light, is the ultimate proof that motion is eternal. Energy is never truly lost. Rotation never fades. Creation and destruction are intertwined in a single turning force, a cosmic wheel grinding stars into energy and hurling power back into the universe. And here you are, a human on a spinning planet, orbiting a spinning star, circling a spinning galactic core in a spinning universe, contemplating a spinning black hole. The cosmos turns without permission, without pause, without doubt. To spin is to exist, to rotate is to endure, to move is to live. Even in darkness, the universe keeps turning. And in that eternal turning, everything, even a black hole, that becomes a part of the grand design. Motion is not just part of the universe. Motion is the universe. Everything in existence turns, from the smallest particles buried inside your atoms to the titanic black holes swirling at the centers of galaxies. The universe is stitched together by motion. This is not coincidence. This is not randomness. It is the deepest truth in nature. Motion is life, motion is law, motion is destiny. To understand why everything spins is to understand why you exist at all. Look around you. The world appears calm, still, grounded. Cities stand silent at night. Mountains rest beneath the stars. Oceans sleep beneath moonlit skies. But this stillness is an illusion. Beneath it, a storm of motion rages. The Earth spins beneath your feet at nearly 1,600 kilometers per hour. It travels around the Sun at 30 kilometers every second. The sun itself races around the galaxy at nearly 1,000,000 kilometers per hour, dragging Earth and every planet along with it. The galaxy spins through the universe like a titan, turning in a sea of stars, bound to the pull of unseen dark matter and gravity's ancient command. In this grand cosmic ballet, you are never still, not for a single heartbeat. You are flying, orbiting, spinning, drifting through eternity, even as you sit, breathe, dream. Your life is carried forward by the momentum of billions of years of cosmic movement. To exist is to ride a cosmic wave that began long before the first star ignited. Yet the story goes deeper, into the very meaning of existence. Without motion, there would be no planets, no stars, no atoms, no life. Rotation gives shape to matter. Spin builds structure. Angular momentum holds the universe in form. If the cosmos ever stopped spinning, everything would collapse into chaos and silence. Motion is not a feature of the universe. Motion is the fundamental condition of being. Life is not possible without cycles. Day and night, seasons, tides, heartbeats, breaths, thoughts. Your body is a universe of rhythms. Your cells divide in spirals. Your DNA twists like a microscopic galaxy. Your neurons fire in loops of electrical storms. You think because nature spins. You live because nature cycles. The universe does not ask permission to move. It does not wait for comprehension. It spins because motion is the language it speaks, the only language that can build stars and worlds and minds. And here you are, aware of that motion, conscious of the cosmic dance that sculpted you. You are the universe becoming self-aware. You are a fragment of cosmic motion that learned to listen to itself, to question, to wonder, to look up at the night sky and whisper, "Why?" In that question lies the soul of existence. Sometimes we imagine stillness as peace, motion as chaos. But in the universe, stillness is the end. Stillness is decay. Stillness is death. Motion, constant, unstoppable, eternal motion, is what gives the universe breath. It is what sculpts galaxies, carves orbits, shapes atoms, pulls oceans, turns seasons, lights stars. The universe lives because it spins. Think of your life now. The clock turns, days pass, seasons shift. You grow, you learn, you fall, you rise, while you're always moving forward. Your life is not linear. It is a cycle, a spiral upward. Experience folding into memory, memory shaping the future, future becoming present, present slipping into the past. Everything you are, everything you feel, everything you dream exists within motion. Emotion itself means energy in motion. Without movement, there is no growth, no progress, no becoming. To evolve is to move. To become greater is to turn forward through time. So when you stand beneath the stars feeling small, remember this. You are not a silent spectator in a still universe. You are part of the cosmic rotation, a spark caught in eternal momentum, a consciousness riding the turning of worlds. You are ancient motion given thought. You are the child of a spinning star, born on a spinning world, carried by a spinning galaxy. The universe does not revolve around you, you revolve with it. And that is far more beautiful. Every atom in your body has been spinning since the dawn of time. Every heartbeat echoes the rhythm of stars. Every breath you take follows a cycle older than civilization. Motion is not around you. Motion is within you. You are made of movement. To live is to spin with the cosmos, to flow with the current of time, to accept that change is not the enemy. Change is the pulse of the universe. One day the atoms that make you will scatter back into space. They will return to the cosmic sea. They will join nebulae, drift in starlight, collide with dust clouds, spark new stars, new planets, new life. Even death is not stillness. It is transformation. Your motion will continue. Your atoms will spin again in a new form, in a new story, in a new chapter of the universe. Nothing stops. Nothing freezes. Nothing rests forever. So what does it mean that everything spins? It means nothing in existence is trapped. It means everything is in transition. It means you are never stuck, not truly. You are always becoming, always moving, always evolving. In this spinning universe, you are not small. You are connected to everything. You are made of the same forces that turn galaxies. You are a reflection of cosmic truth. Existence is motion, and motion is eternal. So the next time you doubt yourself, the next time life feels heavy, the next time you wonder about your purpose, remember this. You are part of the universe's dance. You are movement. You are growth. You are energy. You are the cosmos experiencing itself, one heartbeat at a time. And as long as the universe spins, so will you. So will life. So will the story of existence. Everything spins. Everything continues. Everything becomes.